my friend Sharon, bringing you another beachy type of video. I have just been playing with the new seascapes. A couple weeks ago, I shared some other projects using the same stamp set. However, today we're gonna go in a different direction. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I sure hope that I teach y'all some fun tips and tricks on today's video, so let's get started. On today's video, I am using Designer Series paper, the Sand and Sea Designer Series paper that is retiring in like 2 or 3 days. Everything that is currently shown this way in the mini catalog is retiring. Some of the carryover items are the embossing folder, the stamp set, the dies, but they will be bundled and this paper will be gone. I love this paper because I thought how perfect to use with the new Seascapes bundle that's in the new annual catalog. And I'm like, oh, well, so we're gonna make a card today using this stamp set and the dies. So let's talk about these dies. They're more of a partial cut die. They don't cut completely out. They don't cut the seahorse and the koi fish completely out, but it's really easy to cut them out. Let me show you. So it does this, okay, which is a cool thing, but I wanted my fish to be on the Designer Series paper. So grab your snips, lift up that fin a little bit, and then just snip. So we're snipping in 2 places and then the head, so 3, 4 places. So really quick, you can just snip this little fish out. And he's all by himself now. I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight Ink pad. And I'll use one of my blending brushes. This one has been used because I've been playing, but I just take this and wash it at the sink with a little bit of hand soap and let it air dry and it's good to go. I wanted my fish to have a little bit more color on his tail and his fins. So this was just the perfect answer to do this. And yeah, I know, koi fish are probably supposed to be orange and white, but mine's blue and blue. I wanted it to match my Designer Series paper that I'm using. So, it's pretty quick, and I love the effect. So I have all my pieces. I have my pool party that is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I have my Designer Series paper that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of basic white that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's gonna go on the inside. So let's adhere our Designer Series paper first. Just thought this was a fun summery card. So now we're going to do some stamping. We're going to get our ink pad back out. And this will be on the inside. Always checking my fingers before I touch basic white. Oh gosh, I've messed up so many cards that way. I have a piece of basic white that is 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches. And I will have a free download on my blog so that you can remember these cards. I'm gonna, after we make this one, I've got several more to show you. There we go. I'm gonna take my snips and I'm just gonna give it a little banner tail right here. We're going to add this to the inside. It's a really quick card, But like I said, so summery, so fun. Okay, so now we're going to add some glue, liquid glue, to the back of our koi. Really getting those fins, making sure everything's got adhesive on it. And we're gonna have him kind of diving a little bit. I've cut out 2 pieces of coral, and that is with this die right here. One is out of Calypso coral, and the other one is Fleur de Flamingo. I thought that kind of matched my cardstock there. We're gonna add a little bit of liquid glue to the back of this. And give us a little bit more. This is why I need a bigger silicone mat. Okay, so we're gonna add 1 piece here. And then we're gonna add the other one right here. And then quickly, I'm gonna kind of take this here and I'm just gonna tuck it like that before that adhesive dries. And I've got a dimensional. And I'm just gonna take the backing off, and we're gonna kind of pop that end up with a dimensional. There we go. Super cute, but I'm not done, okay? We've got 2 more things to do to our card. I'm gonna use the 2021-2023 in color jewels because I thought these just made very pretty eyes for my fish. And I'm actually gonna go with more of the yellow because I've got yellow going on, but even this kind of bluish green over here would have been pretty. Last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my Shimmery Crystal Effects and we're going to put it on his scales. This does take a long time to dry. You need to let this be the last thing you do, and then wait several hours before you stuff it in an envelope. Otherwise, they won't be able to get it out of the envelope. And I just thought it gave a little shimmer to those scales, so I loved that. Now let me show you my other cards that I made. Using the seahorse, there we go. I cut out using the ombre paper. I cut the seahorse out of the crushed curry, and then I cut the calypso, the coral out of Calypso coral. And this right here, if you saw my video on the diorama dies a couple weeks ago, that's how I cut that out. And I thought that was a fun way to put the sentiment on. It was just better than just sticking it straight onto the Coastal Cabana layer. And then of course, I stamped on the inside and I cut out the little fish also from the same ombre paper to have it on the inside. So I thought that was super cute. And then how about just a simple card? We just cut out the seahorse. Again, I had to do some snipping, and then I added the sentiment banner. I actually put 2 dimensional stacked right here so that it would not fall down. But again, using that designer series paper that's going away, that's so perfect for this stamp set. So let me get one more card to show you. On this one, I actually cut out my fish, and then I cut the Fleur de Flamingo paper. I used my snips and I just cut around and gave him a little bit of a mat. So he does look a little bit different, but just several little versions for you to see all the fun things you can do with the seascapes, the ombre paper, with the crystal effects, just really fun beachy cards. So I think I'll put these on display in my studio. Yeah. that'll work. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. Happy stamping, y'all.